Ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the United States of America on 21st of June, there is another visit expected toward India. U.S. State Secretary Antony Blinken heaping praises on Prime Minister Modi and has said, I quote him here, India-US most defining ties of 21st century. Prime Minister Modi's U.S. visit will be historic. We're looking forward to bilateral with the Prime Minister.
We are here, almost literally, on the eve of what we believe will be a historic state visit by Prime Minister Modi. One that will further solidify what President Biden has called the defining relationship of the 21st century. We see this defining relationship as a unique connection between the world's oldest and largest democracies, with a special obligation now to demonstrate that our governments can deliver for and empower all of our citizens. The reason this evening is so important is our conviction that at the heart of the strategic relationship between our countries are economic ties. And under the leadership of President Biden and Prime Minister Modi and private sector leaders in this room tonight and beyond, it is growing stronger by the day. We know that India and the United States are big, complicated countries. We certainly have work to do to advance transparency, to promote market access, to strengthen our democracies, to unleash the full potential of our people. But the trajectory of this partnership is unmistakable, and it is filled with promise.
So let's, for some perspective, bring in our foreign affairs editor Geeta Mohan on that. Geeta, you've also interviewed Antony Blinken, and it's very interesting what the statements now coming in are. Remember, there have been strained ties between US and China, and do you think that's one of the reasons that US would want to build its relationship with India?
Important strategic partners in the region, and India certainly is playing a very key role on that front. But India-US relations, Pooja, right now is beyond the niggling issues between the United States of America and another country, or for that matter, India and another country. They're looking, the two sides are upbeat about Prime Minister Modi's visit to the United States of America. There are important agreements and deals to be signed, and that's the focus. That is certainly going to be the focus. Of course, there is going to be a lot of conversations on counter-offensive, maritime security, so on and so forth, the Indo-Pacific. But it's the trade and business, especially the defense partnership between the two countries, that is going to be of great focus during Prime Minister Modi's state visit to the U.S.
View this statement in sense of how India, considering, is currently a rising power, that the statements earlier with US, there have been a lot of flip-flops with India, but ahead of this visit, clearly in many ways acknowledging the current standing of the country also, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. If you see the kind of questions or the responses to sensitive questions from the United States of America, Pooja, it's quite obvious that the U.S. administration does not want to ruffle feathers ahead of Prime Minister Modi's visit, and they are looking to the positive outcome that they wish to have of and from the visit, which is why the focus is clearly on strategic. You see Blinken talking about largest and oldest democracy, and the focus certainly will remain on the positive aspects of how to take the ties forward.
Geeta, I request you to stay on with me because let's just listen in again to what the U.S. Secretary of State has said.
We are here, almost literally, on the eve of what we believe will be a historic state visit by Prime Minister Modi. One that will further solidify what President Biden has called the defining relationship of the 21st century. We see this defining relationship as a unique connection between the world's oldest and largest democracies, with a special obligation now to demonstrate that our governments can deliver for and empower all of our citizens.